Okay, welcome aboard. This morning we're getting ready to do our video on bread making, Fred style. Yes, sirree. Low carb breads. If you've ever been in a dilemma where you needed to reduce those carbs, I have the solution right here. And it is so easy and so good. So I'm going to try to go as slow as I can to make this as interesting as I can. Now the first ingredient that you can see is our almond flour. 1 1/4 cup. Believe me, this recipe's been tried and tried, and this is the absolute best for me. Hope it will work for you. Okay, let's get underway. Welcome to my bread making event today. So we have already started out. You'll notice the ingredients are already there. Let me get right here with a deal. When you're looking at this, it's about a cup to 1 1/4 cups. Remember, with almond flour, the more you put in there, the more bready and drier the bread's going to be. So we're going to start out putting our almond flour, our dry mix, in here. Okay, I'm going to go right down the recipe that I have. First of all, I have got to make some arrangements over here a little bit so I don't burn this place down, but I wanted to make sure that you got the full experience of everything, and you saw the picture of the ingredients that I'm going to use. Now, the first thing I want to do is get my, where am I, what am I doing here? Okay, I have a small kitchen, so I have to be very smart with what I'm doing. I'm going to start out with my eggs and get this going, but while I'm doing the eggs, butter has to be melted, and I like it to be melted and a little bit cool with the ingredients. So I use butter very sparingly. 1 stick. Okay, that makes the measurements easy. I'll put it on high and let it get excited for a while. There. Oh, I forgot my, hold on. With the intent here of protecting our environment and utilizing everything that we have so that we don't contaminate our fishes in the ocean and whatever. I try to utilize my Walmart bags. Shop at only the best Walmart bags, and I have a little trash thing that I love. This little invention that I put right here, so that when I have stuff and I'm cooking, I just drop it in. Sweet, huh? Sweet. Okay, I'm going to pull out 6 of Eggland's Best eggs, or brown eggs are good too. That'll work. We're going to start this going first. 6 eggs. You want this to be rich. You want it to be, taste very rich when you do it. Well, I've got a call. I've got to take that. Okay? Hold on. Okay, sorry about that interruption. Okay, we've got our dry mix and so forth. Now, I'm going to take my 6 little petite eggs, and I'm going to get those happy with each other, so they'll be nice and mixed up. Don't try to do this once you put it in the dry mix. It's better to get your eggs mixed before you ever start. Okay, we've got that. Now, here comes some little neat things. I'm going to get a bowl, and I'm going to take a pack of cream cheese. I think they originally called for, I don't know, something like 4 ounces or whatever. I think this is 8. Well, that's close. It's close enough. Okay. One thing about having a small kitchen, at least you can get to things quickly. In fact, things can get to you quickly. So you have to be careful and keep your balance. Now, the older you become, a little bit less stable you might be. That might apply to other people, but certainly not to me. Just get a little rocky every now and then, that's all. All right, we're going to take that cream cheese and we're going to put that rascal in a bowl, very technical here. And then we're going to put it in Uncle Microwave. And we're going to set it on about a minute, but we'll check it in about 30 seconds to see how it's doing. I want it to get nice and soft, pliable. Now, I want you to watch this closely because I'm going to start throwing ingredients in. Sometimes I vary a recipe. My daughter will tell you that. She's watched me cook before, and it really is a sight to behold. I keep having calls coming in, text messages, and I don't know what's going on here because people don't like me anyway. Let's just see what it is. Oh, that's a photograph. Thank you. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay. All right. Let's go to dry ingredients. Whoa. Got to catch that. You don't want that cream cheese to get too happy where it is. So let's take a large spoon and kind of, oh yeah, that's going to be fast. That's all it took was about 30, 40 seconds, and as you can see, the texture is really good. That'll move into the ingredients in just a minute, so I'm going to let that chill a little bit there while we continue. All right, let's go down the list now. We've got our stick of butter already melted. 2 hands of cheese. When I say 2 handfuls, I usually go cheep, boom, like that. But I found that this bag of cheese, right here, where I shop, now this is shredded, it's about 2 hands. I'm going to measure it out to make sure. 1, 2. Okay, I got a little follow. I might put a little bit more, and I'm going to save some for the eggs I'm going to have for breakfast a little bit later. Zip the bag back, and back in the fridge it goes, okay? All righty now. Microwave off, cleared. So, let's go down the list. You got our cheese, our 6 eggs are there, pack of cream cheese is there, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Do not forget the baking powder or you will be sorely disappointed because nothing will rise. Okay, teaspoon, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yeah. Okay. So that will be ready to go to the dishwasher when ready. Now, take a look at the ingredients. Looks nice, doesn't it? Huh? Let's get a little bit of a twisting spatula motion here. It's always good. I like to do and mix things as I go. I don't know why. I just kind of like to make the things kind of get together on their own, you know, and kind of like life, the more exposure they get to each other, the better it is. Okay. Excuse me. Now, Italian seasoning. Be careful if you don't like Italian seasoning. I call for a teaspoon. I've cut mine down a little bit. I might have a teaspoon in there, I don't know. No, okay. Now, pepper, what have I got? Italian seasoning. Oh, garlic powder next. I'm trying to go in order because rather than just throw stuff in. Okay, another teaspoon. Yes, these are about, you know, equal. Okay, that's done. That's done. I'm going to take a little pepper. Be careful with your pepper because pepper can get real strong in here. Now, I make my cheese bread a couple of ways. One, spicy, which I really like, and I use jalapenos and so forth. But I've also found this new hot sauce, red hot sauce. I'm going to put a touch of this in. I don't normally do this, but I think it'll give it a nice kind of little, boost. So we're going to put that in. Also, the sport peppers my oldest son gave me. I'm not going to do it on this one yet. I want to make sure I've tested those peppers. You can see the mix now starting to take a little bit of form here. Alrighty. So, here's a little thing I've learned to do. Oh yeah, salt. A teaspoon of salt, just to make sure. Whoa, excuse me, computer. All right, there we go. A little bit of salt in it. Give it that taste. All right, now we're going to move down the list to jalapenos if desired. A little paprika. I am going to add it. I kind of like paprika. I think it might be the color more than anything else. It just looks hot. Okay, put a little paprika in it. Keeping it stirring, keeping it stirring. They're going to get happy here. All right, now let's see. Okay, yeah. I like the idea. I saw somebody had made this and they added a little sweetener. And I think it with all the hot stuff that I put in it, I put a pack or two, or whatever my hand gets, of sweetener. I don't use sugar because I watch my sugar and my carbs. So I'm gonna make so I get bread that I can eat and and do a lot of it. You know what I mean? I've got 2 packs of that sweetener on there for you. Okay, so here we're gonna move now to adding the cream cheese in it. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get that going in. Now, I don't like to waste a thing on cream cheese. Cream cheese is good. Cream cheese is good for you too. Yes, it is. Now, put this over because the dishwasher will be in here shortly and be cleaning this thing up. So I'm going to put my cream cheese in. I'm going to start working this in with the other. Okay, now it's not going to go well as far as the mix until we start putting in stuff like the butter. I'm going to do a little bit of butter, about half of it first, and I'm going to start my mix. Now I want you to watch the personality change here shortly. All right, that's when the eggs. Oh, chicken drops the egg in. Oh yes. And there she goes. Then off to the dishwasher for that. Now we're going to stir that in. Looking good, huh? Woo, yes, it is, believe me. Now, this is going to make 18 pieces of bread, or kind of like an English muffin kind of size. So, I think you're going to really enjoy this recipe once you get going. It doesn't take long. Dishwasher, yeah. It doesn't take long once you do this a couple of times to pick up on. And you're going to vary this recipe according to your taste. It's for you. So, don't be scared to experiment a little bit with it. Put some of those jalapenos. Now, I want you to look, see what the consistency is. That's the consistency you want. Right there, close. We're going to put that in the trays here in just a minute. Okay, that's done. All of this is done. Now, I like to keep everything in order and keep putting stuff up as I use it. That way I can tell what I've thrown in and what I haven't. Now, we're going to prep our oven I think I went 375 on the last one. Turned out really well. Yeah, 375 for 25 minutes. So I'm going to start the oven off here and preheat it at 375. Start and let that boy be getting content with that. Now, I want to change the angle of the camera for you here just a second. Let me kind of wipe that clean. Okay, put this down. Now, to keep cleanup at a minimum, I know, baby, you should have gone in. I'm going to hold you till later, okay? Don't get your feelings hurt. Love these things, man. Whew. Let's put him back in the fridge. I like to keep them nice and cool. Oh yeah, I thought about a couple of things here that, too. I thought about putting in some mayonnaise in this later, but I think mayonnaise would really have give it a nice taste. But I'm gonna leave it off for this one because this is a video. I want you just to learn the basics. Okay, I'm gonna change the angle of this a little bit because I'm gonna be working primarily on the stove. So yeah, okay. So we're gonna put our, by the way, you can order these muffin pads from, of course, Amazon. I got everything. But I just shoot it a little bit with a very high grade, of nuclear material, whatever this is, keep it from sticking. Flavored butter nuclear from oh yeah, the Great Value store. Well, Great Value, I didn't know I had a Great Value. Excellent. All right. Now, everybody happy with this? Come along, looking good, isn't it? Looking good. Okay, I'm going to take my little spatula. This is very technical measurement. I'll put a little bit here and a little bit there. And a little bit there. And a little bit there. So we'll keep going through this little ritual. See what I'm putting into each one. And you can put as much as you want, but remember, it's going to expand. So you don't want to fill the container up and have it explode in the oven or something when you're cooking. But I want to eat it now. I guess that comes from the kids. I had children that were very aggressive when they were growing up about food, and I don't know where in the world they got it from. But anyway, okay, all right, now, whoops, that one looks a little bit deprived, so we're going to do that. All right, now here's another little trick that I've learned. Take another little container, I'm going to put a little water in this. You know what? I just thought about something. I'm going to put that water in the container where I have the eggs, because then it'll pick up a little of the egg batter too, because I want to spread this out a little bit. We'll just touch the water to the batter so it doesn't stick to your spatula, and spread it out. Okay, now I might have these a little thick. For some reason, it might be the excitement of making the video has got me kind of crazy here. But we'll make them so that they're nice, flavorful. That one might need a little bit more goody in it before it gets happy. All right, let's put this around. I hope that this is not going to bore you. I'm going to cut it in so that it won't be so long while I'm doing my thing here. All right, I'm going to take a little out of that one. You don't get that much. Put it over here in this one. Now, at this point, you're just pretty well finished with. You're just waiting on the oven now to give you the bing, 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 bing. Go ahead, kids, go ahead. But while that is, I know this mix is set for 6 more additional, so I'll go ahead and prepare that because I don't like the mix sitting that long the way it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get some nuclear material again and spray these with just a jolt or two. You're going to find when this comes out, oh, it's so good when it comes out. I have trouble kind of getting it in the container to hold it because I want to eat it as I go. Okay, let's put the last 6 over here. And 1, gotta watch this, I'm running out of material. 2, 3, 4, 5. Very thin, very thin. This one, well, give me a chance to see what the thinner versions of this is. Okay. Use this spatula, you can get it all. Okay. Now, all right. I'm going to try to spread that dishwasher. I can't. I don't know where the dishwasher. Might be a day off. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. We're waiting on that. 375. Hit the oven. Come on, oven. Let's hear from you. There it is. There's my oven. It's saying, I'm ready, Daddy. I'm ready to work. Come on. I wish more people would say that. I'm ready to work. Okay. All right, let's get this fixed. This is not going to be where you can see it on the video, but I think I'm going to do a little something extra here for these because they really are needing a little bit more. Those got thick. Okay. There we go. Now, that'll cover that. Okay, folks, now I put my pan here. I want you to get a good look at how this is before it goes into the oven. Now, just cover your little spaces up to make sure that it's all going to melt together anyway. But okay, and that's prepped and ready to go, so I'm going to put her in the oven. Stand by. Nice, 375. Feels so good and warm. Today it's only about 90 outside. And let's put our timer on 20 minutes, so I'll check them at 20 and see how it's doing. Okay, that's it. So we'll see you when they come out of the oven. Boom! Okay, it's about time. I'm about 2 minutes away from this, but I wanted to make sure you understand you have to continuously check when it gets toward the end to make sure that your bread has a kind of a, I'm going to adjust this just a touch so you can get me in it, that your bread has a little bit of a browning effect on the top before you pull it out. Now it shows a minute left. I'm going to pull it. Okay, so I'm going to say timer, thank you so much. But we're right on it. So I'm going to let you see this now, coming out and what it looks like. Okay, there it is. I hope we can get a good shot. I'm going to pick the camera up and let you see that the way it really comes out. So I will go this and zoom down there a bit so you can see. All right, That's what it is. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'll show you as we start to take these out exactly how that works too, and how to store it. So I'll join you in a bit. Okay, we're here. I hope it's still recording and I'm on red battery alert. But here's the final picture. Look at this. Coming out of this silicone. Oh man, look at that. Is that perfect? Or what? The ultimate in bread. Let's do a test. Oh my, that's so good. It's done. Another good batch. Thank you for joining me.